Hello everyone, this is Jason from Primetime Aquatics, and in this video we are going to be talking about this. This is the Oase 850 Thermo Canister filter. I can't wait to bring it to you. Thank you so much to Oase for supplying this filter to us. It is going to be going on one of our 125-gallon aquariums on the other side on the gallery. We're going to be putting it actually on two 125s. So I'm going to take you through, show you what this thing is all about. It's an awesome filter, and this is the filter that is kind of converting me to doing a lot more canisters. Hope you enjoy the video. Appreciate you being here. So yes, this is the filter that has converted me to canister filters. This is the Oase 850 Thermo. It is a big filter. Before you even ask, I know some people are going to say, well, how tall is this? You leave yourself about 22 inches in height. If you're going to be putting this under an aquarium, it's about 9 inches, both wide and in terms of its depth. So it's about 9 by 9.5 or so by about 22 inches. I think that'd be pretty safe, 23 inches just to clear this. But this is an awesome canister filter. As you're going to see, there are some features here that I think are a must-have in canister filtration. The big thing here, this is the Thermo. And so that means it has an integrated heater built into the actual unit itself, fully adjustable, which is great. This is a 400 watt heater, so it should be really good, up to around 200 gallons or so. So that's nice. You don't have to look at your heater inside the aquarium. You can hide it in your canister. There is a non-thermo version as well. The big thing here, this canister filter is going to pump through 400 gallons per hour. It's good up to around a 225 gallon aquarium or so. I would say this is going to be an awesome filter for our 125 gallon aquarium, and I think that is a very appropriate size filter for that size tank. Now the big thing here, and the reason why it may have converted me to canister filters for some of our larger aquariums, as most of you know, I've done videos on canister versus hang-on back filters. I'll put that in the upper right hand corner as well as in the description below. But this filter is going to make it a lot easier to maintain, and here's why. All you have to do is flip this lever and this lever, and this is the pre-filter, and it comes right out. You can leave the canister filter running. This is packed full of activated carbon foam filtration, and so the water is going to go through here first and then go through the other 7 compartments, which I will show you in a few moments as we're assembling this thing. And then you rinse this out, wash it out, maintain this weekly if you want. Put that back in, close this lever, and now we're good to go, and the filter, at least the pre-filter, has been maintained. And so that is a really awesome feature of this filter. Like I said, I'm going to take you through some of the other things. There is a lot of foam and a lot of sponge that comes with this filter. There is biomedia as well. And we're going to go ahead and get this thing hooked up on the tank, and we're going to see how it does. By the way, if you are looking for this filter, I have an Amazon affiliate link down in the description below. Really looking forward to getting this on the aquarium. All right, so I figured let me just go ahead and take you around, and I can show you the parts and the pieces before I have this thing all together. So this comes in a box, and I just kind of laid them all out here for you. So these are the intakes and the returns, and then you've got the intake return elbows over there, and then we have all of the suction cup pieces that you can use to make sure that the intakes and returns stay in their proper place. We have various types of returns here as well. We have the guard for the intake, and so that's a lot of that. You have one hose. You can cut that for both your intake and return to whatever size you want. We have, of course, the canister compartment itself, really super huge. I took everything out. It is over here, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, looks to be 6 different compartments. And so, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, sorry, 7 compartments. And the first 5 of them are filled with various types of foam. And so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the bottom 2 comes with a bag, a filter bag filled with bio balls, which you can just leave just like that. And so that's what they have in there. I think what I will most likely do is fill some of these with floss. I don't use the biomedia. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I just personally don't. I don't need it. So I would rather just have floss in some of these. So that's that. And then because this is the Thermo, the top part over here has got a couple things I want to point out. One is the heater. It's a 400 watt heater, which is perfectly fine up to at least a couple hundred gallons. This long tube here, I'm going to go ahead and take that off and show you in a second, but that is a pre-filter, and so you can actually clean that. It's got a coarse sponge in there. That was one of the things, of course, that attracted me to this filter, is the fact that I don't have to take it all apart to maintain it. And so I will show you what this looks like when it's all together. Real quick, this is the intake, and so you've got the plastic piece. It's the one without the holes in it. There is a black piece that just slides right on, and then here's your intake guard. Over here, kind of cool, you have a water flow adjustment. Right now it is on max. I'm going to leave it like that, so that's going to take in the maximum amount of water, but really easy just to kind of slide these pieces together. Now this is the return, same thing. We're going to go ahead and put this on max. I don't know how well it's picking up on camera, but trust me, in the directions, it's super clear. But this is the part that's going to hang right over the side. Now there's two options here. One is I have this very short return, in which case it's going to just spray water all over the top. One big giant rushing amount of water coming out of there, for lack of a better term. Or we could use this gigantically long thing, which is awesome. All right, so you got all these little return holes. For now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this. And the reason for that is, if this is really close to the surface in our fish room, we are going to be using it as a backdrop for our live streams, and this could potentially create a little bit more noise. So I'm going to just go with this piece right now, and I may change it out. I may decide, you know what, it's not really a good fit. In which case, like I said, we'll fix that. But for our purposes, this is just going to sit right over the edge of the aquarium, and it's going to blow water, shoot water across the 125. All right, and so this is how it looks inside the canister. You got all 7 of those compartments. The orange one is on the top. I did put some filter floss in a couple of those compartments. Like I said, I left out the biomedia, perfectly fine. It's also a good idea to leave it in there. You got 7 compartments. No need to leave it out if you don't want to. I really like filter floss in there as well. Also wanted to show you this, and hopefully it's coming into focus, but the heater is fully adjustable, and that is so big when you've got an internal heater going into your filter. So fully adjustable heater, absolutely love that. So I wanted to show you this before we get started into the internals. I think this is pretty cool. It shows you how the water flows. It's going through the pre-filter sponge first, and then it goes through all the fine, and it goes through all of the larger sponge into, and finally through the biomedia, and then right back out into the return. So that is pretty cool. We've got a 4-stage filtration system where we've got the activated carbon foam as part of your pre-filter. You've got all the sponge, which is going to trap detritus. It's going to trap all kinds of stuff, and it's going to house beneficial bacteria. If you wanted to fill some of this with some filter floss, you could certainly do that. You're going to see as we go through, I don't generally use the biomedia because I rely on a lot of the other surfaces in the aquarium to do that, and our tank isn't going to be super massively overstocked. So I'm probably going to take a couple of these compartments and fill them with filter floss instead of using the biomedia, but by all means, you've got tons and tons of mechanical filtration there with your sponge, so it's definitely not necessary to do what I'm doing. All right, so I wanted to show you what it looks like on the actual aquarium. Now, I just set this thing up. I came down here the next day, and of course the aquarium is going to be a little cloudy, as it can be sometimes when you're setting things up for the first time. But anyway, this is the canister filter under the aquarium, and it is dead quiet. I mean, it is making absolutely no sound whatsoever. It was really easy to set up. You can see down there the length of the hoses that they supply was more than sufficient to set this up on a 6-foot tank, so no issues there. In fact, I could say with the return hose, or I'm sorry, the outlet hose, I could have probably taken another 1.5 feet at least off of that with no issues. Let me go ahead and show you in the aquarium. So this is the return that I used. Again, it was the small one. I did not use the spray bar. I just wanted it to come out a little bit more strongly in the tank. And so it just rests right there. There's a suction cup there. It is on the maximum setting. So it's shooting water right across the 125. So, and there is the intake. You can see it's already got some stuff kind of clogged on it because it's been running all night. Again, brand new setup. That's why the water is a little bit cloudy. That'll probably go away in a day or two. It is a clear intake, which is nice. Again, suction cups right to the glass, so no issues there. So I am really looking forward to keeping this canister filter on this aquarium. I think it's going to do a great job. I love the fact that I can do a quick maintenance with just removing that pre-sponge. I will definitely give you a long-term update in about a year or so. We have another one going on another 125, so we'll have it running on 2 separate tanks. Thank you so much for being here. And again, if you're looking for that filter, check out the affiliate link down in the description below. We'll see you in the next one.